Hi, I'm Stu. As I come to the end of my day here at Nagashima Spa Land, the sun starts to come out and I get to ride the absolutely bizarre Ultra Twister. And it's a really slow loader because one, they load all the cars before letting any more in, and you also have to put your stuff in a locker before you get on. Once again, you have to put stuff in a locker for a wild mouse. Now we have the most bonkers system going. You've got to cross over a car to this side, put your stuff in a locker, and then come back and get in. Oh, the joys. Although, look at this. It's cracking the flags now. It's genuinely roasting. And when I come off the ride, I've got some more, even better news. Again, they do enjoy some sharp brakes. This one up here, the mid-course, particularly brutal. I'll try and show you when this car comes around. The good news is the 4D spin has opened, and also, more importantly, the pipeline coaster in the background, that's opened. So I'm going to head to the pipeline coaster first, as that's, to me, more important for me. It's more unique, never done one of them before. Right, that's the next car after mine. And I've walked around the back of it, you know what I mean? That's how slow we're talking. Yeah, I definitely saw it testing. I don't know if it's actually opened, the pipeline coaster. This has definitely got people on it. Place beside that, Steel Dragon, it's very iconic, the Steel Dragon 2000. That looks like a long queue, but actually they are pumping the trains out. On anything which is like a continuous load, you know, like lots of little trains. They do tend to, even that wild mouse, it wasn't insanely bad. It was bad, but not insanely bad. They do tend to get them out reasonably quickly. That sign said, currently closed due to strong winds. But there's no staff over here anymore. And this morning it was closed due to it running too fast because of the rain. So it can't operate in rain, it can't operate in wind. That's not inside, I've got my hopes up then. Definitely saw it going. I'll stay for a minute or two, see if I can see it rolling. It's very odd they can kind of get away with what they do, just closing it willy-nilly, because like when that ride closed at Fuji-Q, no one kicked off. Like if it was back in the UK or America, people would be livid. Bear in mind, at Fuji-Q, people have been queuing for a long time. But everyone's just very understanding and just kind of like, we're very patient with it. Here, is that the same? Like, they just wouldn't, no one would think to get annoyed, or obviously we get annoyed, I get annoyed. Is that a cultural difference where actually they go, okay, and then they just go and do something else? Like, it does not bother them in the same way? But in the same breath, you know, if you're paying X amount to get to a park, if it's a legitimate, because like, it's very, I don't know any other business where you can let them, where you can open something, like you operate an outdoor theme park. And it's not as if this is like Dubai, where it rains maybe for 2 minutes a year. Like there is rain constantly here, so if you don't build your rides for rain or for wind. Fantasyland open during winter and their rides almost faultlessly operate. Do you know what I mean? So that's what winds me up about the whole, oh, it's rain, it can't operate. Really, like, does get to me quite a lot. Anyway, who knows? I will be staying to the death because it's 2 o'clock now. It's only 2.5 hours, so I will stick around in the park. I wouldn't normally, but it's, you know, those two particularly, Steel Dragon and the Ultra Twister, are ones I really want to do. And I've got that's probably a half an hour queue to get on the S&S 4D coaster. So that'll fill half an hour. Right, let's go and give Arashi a go. These are pretty intense, these. But they're a lot more fun than the Intamin ones. Actually, the queue line is only one and a half maybe. It seems alright, to be fair. 30 minutes it says, but I'd be amazed if it was that long actually. Okay, so here's a new one. So actually, on first glance, this is all looking like it's been operated relatively well. They load 2 cars at a time. But then you realise they are only loading one side, but because the activation, you know, the all clear buttons essentially, the dispatch buttons are on both sides, they have to pay a host to literally stand over there and press every time. We're only loading this side though. These do pack a punch. They are really good. I don't know why we've not seen any of them in the UK. Like, why doesn't Pleasure Beach just buy one of these? Well, other than the fact they're skint. But like, I mean, it would fit in a small footprint. It's a big ride, lots of flips, really intense. So I've said this before, these little fins here, they flip the cars and it's full on. It always surprised me just how intense they are, to be fair. Oh, this makes me so happy. And there's no one over here, so I don't think anyone knows it's opened. By the way, it's like 20 to 3 now and it closes at 4:30. Oh, this has made me so happy. This has made up for Steel Dragon not opening again. I'll be able to get on this. Off-ride, I'm going to struggle with because there's no one in this side of the park. I can't film it. Look how long these toboggan runs are. It's a shame that's not open. Right, well, let's get on the Ultra Twister. I can't believe it's open. Oh, that's made me very happy. It's annoying because like, if it was just a wild mouse that I still had left to do, I probably wouldn't come back, but because it's still going to do that, I will have to come back and do that at some point, won't I? Like I said to you earlier, I'm watching so many documentaries on this type of coaster on the Discovery Channel back in the day. Right, I'll see when we get off. Oh, that's put a big smile on my face getting to do that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, obviously it's not the best coaster in the world. I'm sure Steel Dragon 2000 has a lot to offer, but the nostalgia of getting on one of them, because I think they're only in Asia. I've not seen them anywhere else. It's a bit jolty. It's so weird. The whole process is so weird. So you start off by going backwards. I actually got a shot of the train. The staff, there's no one there, so the staff just let me take some pictures and a quick little video up there. It's really odd because obviously the wheels, as you get on and off, are just floating in midair, which is very odd. Brakes are sharp. Brakes are pretty sharp. They are very much on or off. But then, so the system, it's very unusual. Like the lift hill is the vertical lift hill. I'll do my best to try and explain this. So you start to roll backwards and you roll into this mechanism here, but the chain only engages like about here-ish. So there's basically a big arm which pushes the car up until it connects with the chain, and then you carry on and then up and over. And the inversions are great. It's very weird, the fact that you're in a centre tube. You then stop at the far side, and then the whole thing like tilts down, and then it releases you backwards to come back. I just thought that was great. And I'd resigned myself to not going on that today, so yeah. There's two things that I want to do again before we go. Obviously the RMC, I'll do it one more time, and also I might do that again. It was a bit brutal. These guys are going on it. I'll try and get a shot. Because actually the dispatch, I sat down and off we went. There's no faffing at all on there. These have lots of like leaves and puddles, and it looks very much like it's been abandoned for a bit. So they definitely will not be opening for any time soon. Coaster wise, I have actually done everything except for Steel Dragon, one side of the Wild Mouse, which probably won't open today, even though it was open. It wasn't open, but it was testing earlier. And the Peter Rabbit Kids Coaster with no train. And to be fair, the Peter Rabbit Coaster did actually say that it had, like, it was closed. Nothing else did, but that did. I've waited 5 minutes for this to go. So this is your off-ride footage. Okay, so whilst I was waiting for that off-ride, they just did an announcement to say that the Moby Dick coaster, which is what the RMC is called, is closing at 3:30. So it's the only thing I really want to do again. It is 3:15 now. So in the places where they only do local language announcements, I've very quickly opened up Google Translate on my phone. Just done the dictation thing, and it picks up the announcement fine and converts it. Incredibly useful, that. It's got a little bit higher now, the Viking, but still, for how big it is, it's a bit pants really, isn't it? To be fair, it's just saying 30 minutes. Which means it shouldn't be shutting in 10 minutes. Oh, what? There's no queue. There's literally no queue. And they close it an hour early. That's a 10-minute queue if it's on the stairs. Look at the hair. I mean, it's never great, but that's all over the place. Oh dear. Right, so you join me back where the day began on the Ferris wheel, except this time we can actually have a look at some of the views of the surrounding area. Oh. I take it back. There is some high winds up here. I do think they would have got it open if they could have got it open. It was just more a frustration of the trying to get through stuff through the day. So that's it. I'm going to end the video on the Ferris wheel. Everything's going to be closed now. I'm going to go back to the hotel, pick my bag, go to Osaka. If you haven't already, we've been to Disneyland, DisneySea, Shanghai and Tokyo, Happy Valley. We've been to all sorts of places, all in one massive big Asia playlist on the channel. If you can like the video and subscribe, that's always appreciated. I know this won't be the best, most coherent video. It has been a massive patience test today in order to get on stuff. However, the only things I've not been able to do are Steel Dragon 2000, which is a bit sad. Obviously, this is my highlight by a country mile. I just had another go on it. I was on the second to back row, and it seems to have sped up a lot throughout the day, and it's just great. It's absolutely. I put it somewhere between Untamed and Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance still beats it, but Untamed is like, it's quite short, so it's longer, but I don't think that makes sense. But that's where I'd rate it, in between those two anyway. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video, which will be for Osaka, and then we've got Universal Studios Japan, and that is going to be a pretty testing video, I think, because the queues there are enormous. But hopefully, I'm really hopeful that single rider will be my saviour of the day there, but we'll see. Right, I'll see you in the next video. Very quickly, look at this. Get out 10 minutes after, I'm going to shut the gate.